Welcome back, guys, to another beer review. Normally do three. Two are uploaded already. One is still currently uploading. Wife's outside having a fag, sitting on her phone, messing around. Our daughter, who is home, who will be here tomorrow for her 20th birthday live beer review. She's buggered off upstairs for a kip. And I'm sitting here and I thought, I fancy another beer. And I couldn't be asked to have one out of the perfect draft, if I'm totally honest. I fancy doing another beer review. So this is another one from the Beer Hawk German beer pack that I got. Roughly about $2.50 a drink. Bigger cans, smaller bottles and all that sort of shit, if you like. What I meant was bigger bottles, smaller cans. So about $2.50. And this is a can of Bitburger pilsner. This is coming in at 4.8% in a 330ml can. It says on the front, Premium Pils, Germany's #1 draft beer. I don't know, it may well be, who cares? Yeah, there was a time where Iceland used to have 5 litre kegs of this for about 15 quid. It's probably going back a few years now. But I don't know about, within the last 5 years, I think, every now and then they used to have like the 5 litre bloody, you'll know the ones I mean. You know what the ones I mean, where you just need to drink them in a day, really, don't you? So yeah, I'm certain I've had this before. I don't recall anything because I was just drinking beer at the time. But yeah, so we'll have a crack at this one. I like the old label, good old sort of traditional German style sort of label. So we'll get this little baby out, get it in the glass, see what it's like, and I get to have another beer. So everyone's a winner, apart from you poor sods having to watch me. And even then you don't have to, you can just turn me off if you really want to. So anyway, beer in a glass, crystal clear, as you can see. You can see the carbonation there. Look at that forehead. I look like Ant McPartlin, is it? The one I'm on about. We've got just over a finger of compact white on top. We'll give it a swirl, see what we got on the nose. Little bit of lemon. That malty breadiness I can get in the nose. No real sort of spicy bitterness, pepperiness. I tend to get that on the nose with some of these. There's a little bit there, but maybe it's subtle. Sweet bready maltiness, like I say, on the nose. A little bit of lemon. A very subtle sort of pepperiness. I mean, it doesn't smell offensive. It smells nice enough. So without further ado, let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. Body is quite nice, actually. It's not overly heavy. I mean, lagers never are they? Pilsners, lagers, they never are really, but there's a bit there. Carbonation's average, very average, but it doesn't affect the beer. It suits the beer well. The beer is quite soft. I'm not going to say it's real super soft, but it's quite soft in the mouth. The carbonation gives it a nice mouthfeel. The biggest thing that hit me really on the first bit, ironically enough, was the pepperiness. It's got that real spiky, peppery bitterness to it, which I would have thought what I'm getting in the taste, I would have expected a bit more on the nose, but you don't get it in the nose so much. Really hits you in the mouth on that first mouthful. You get a very subtle, sweet, bready taste in there. A little bit of lemon. That bitterness is there from the start. Spiky bitterness. You get that all the way through. It's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you what, that is a tidy little beer, I think. I'm not going to say it's a world beater or nothing, but it's a tidy little number. And what I find with when British breweries, if you like, do a pilsner, let's just say Wrexham Lager, for example, do a pilsner, do an export thing. You get that slight lemon sort of tang in there. You get that slight breadiness to it. The carbonation's nice in it. But what I find is that spicy, peppery bitterness in there is never quite there. They don't quite oomph it enough. And sometimes it's nice not to have that too much of a bitterness and spicy kick to it. And then other times it is. And this is just about right. There's none of that sort of skunkiness for me either. With some of the beers I've had out of a green bottle and that, again, other people have commented about the green bottle and that, oh, I don't notice this, that and the other, which is fine. You're entitled to your opinions. But I've got to admit, I'm not getting it out of the beers I'm getting out of a can or brown bottles and that. Yeah, that's crisp and clean, and that spicy sort of peppery hoppy hit to it. It's another typical German lager that is just doing what it does well. No bells and whistles, not trying to be anything else, and yet breweries in this country really struggle to seem to match it, and yet they just stick to the same kind of thing Germans do with it. 4.8%. Yep, it's drinking that. It's very light, and well, I say very light. It's very light actually, very light and easy to drink as well. Yeah, it's, like I say, it's not the best one out there, not the best one, but it's a good solid German beer. And I'll tell you what, if I was stuck in a pub somewhere locally and they had Bitburger, or they had Carlin, or they had Foster's, or Coors, or Carlsberg, or Budweiser, I'd be getting that down my neck without a shadow of a doubt. So for me, a good solid example of a German beer for me. Maybe it's not going to be to everyone's taste, but for me, that's what you want a good bloody pilsner to taste like. Good solid, nothing over fancy, but does it right. It's a Ronseal beer, that is. Ronseal. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. I've enjoyed that one, and I would pick that up again. And if Iceland do happen to get the 5 litre kegs in, I'll definitely be picking one of them up. So thanks for watching, everyone. That's it really. So see you on my next beer review. Cheers.